Hello, it's David again from Peripheral Games, and it's another vlog day. A week has passed. I'm like on a fourth vlog, getting confused now. Anyways, it's fourth vlog now, I think, and again I got some more Blacklight Retribution footage because I've been fairly busy this week, and I had to use an old video that I'd recorded a few weeks ago. So, what have we got to talk about this week? Oh yeah, it's the first. No, it's actually the 2nd of June now. Yesterday, production started on the secret project at Peripheral Games. Excuse me a minute. I'm not going to tell you anything about the secret project because it wouldn't be a secret then. But no, this project's been in sort of pre-production and planning for about 2.5 months now, and development has started now, and I think I'm probably going to announce it in a month and a half or so from now, but up until then I decided I'm going to hold some sort of competition where you can try and guess what the game is. So go on to my Twitter, there'll be a link in the description, and over the next month I will be releasing clues about the game and what's in the game and so on and so forth. And you have got to guess what the game is about and what you do in the game. And if you get it right, keep in mind this is our first commercial game. If you get it right, you get 2 free copies of the game, one for yourself and one for whoever else you want. So that's a pretty good incentive. Ugh. Can't talk. Yeah, so go on my Twitter and follow me to get the clues, and you should hopefully win something. Anyways, what else I got to talk about? I'm needing to learn more about Cocos2D for iOS development, because along with Unity is probably the most well used and well known frameworks for game development on iOS. And obviously long-time followers of me will know that I don't have a Mac, nor do I have any money to buy one. So what I've been learning over the past the past day really is Cocos2DX, which is a C++ port of Cocos2D. It's pretty much exactly the same thing. It's got exactly the same class names and all the same thing. It's pretty much exactly the same thing. It's just in C++, and then you can use the native development kit for Android to get Cocos2DX to run on Android and iOS. Actually, it does both of them. So I'm learning that. The reason I'm learning that is also another reason that is a secret for now. I will hopefully speak more of it in about a week. But that's that. What else? Oh yeah. About a week ago, I stumbled across a game engine called NeoAxis, which some indie game devs may have heard of it or may know what it is. But basically, it's a just your average C++ game engine, it's fairly young. I think it started its production in 2006. It's still in development, but it's obviously out for use now. Oh yeah, I like it. It's not if you have a look at it, I'll put a link in the description to their website, but it's not the best graphics engine. It probably could be pushed to give more, but it's not amazing. And so you may be wondering, why am I interested in it? Well, the answer is I was messing around with how it works and its systems, and it seems to work in a really interesting way that is sort of a balance between abstraction of core code and actual straight work with the insides of the engine. So it's not open source, but still you're able to see quite clearly what's going on. Well, not quite clearly, but you're able to see what's going on behind the scenes, which is one of the things I don't like about Unity, because Unity is so WYSIWYG. It's so abstracted that you're unable to see what's going on behind the scenes and why this is working and what happens when you click this button and so on. And the way it works is it's fairly simple. It's not it's not difficult to use or anything, and this is where the important bit comes in. It's working in a very similar way that I wanted my future game engine to work in, and it's answered in learning how it works. It's answered a lot of questions of in my game engine, could I do this, or could I have this working in my game engine, and it's shown me how this would work. And so I'm probably not going to make a game out of it, not even a commercial game, or not even a free game, sorry. But I'm probably not going to make a game engine out of it. I want to learn it so that I can gain experience of game engines for when I make my own game engine, which should be fairly soon starting to do so. But I'd also like to put out that this game engine I'm planning is a fairly complicated project, and would come in to take a year or more at least before it comes out of the skunkworks at Peripheral Games here. But nevertheless, also CryEngine as well provides a nice balance. I said last week that I'm falling in love with the CryEngine. I am. It's not too WYSIWYG. It shows you how it's working behind the scenes to an extent. And it's incredibly powerful, and the graphics are, in my opinion, better than UDK. They're just mind-blowingly amazing. So what I want to do is learn as many different frameworks and game engines: Unity, UDK, CryEngine. Irrlicht is another one, a German game engine. Basically I want to design my game engine from my previous experiences. Not to say that I'm going to copy other people's game engines, but I'm just going to learn how they work so that I have an understanding enough to develop my own systems for the game engine. How much longer I got in this video? 3 minutes. God, this is a 10-minute long video. It's a fairly long one. Hopefully you can stay with me. Another thing I was doing this week was I was messing around with Unity with a new animation system that doesn't use frame-based animation like I did in my 2D in Unity tutorial, where you'd have a collection of frames in your game, and you'd swap out the frames really quickly to produce a smooth flowing animation. I was messing around with using skeletal animated models made in Blender with skeletal animation data, and faking the look so that they look 2D, but they're actually 3D models, but they look 2D, and therefore you'd be able to use animation data to animate them rather than having frames, which is of massive importance, because you could have hundreds of animations that take up 2 megabytes of space, whereas hundreds of animations with frame-based animation would take up like 100 megabytes of space just in all the frames of images. I know I forgot what this type of animation is called. I'll put in the description what it's actually called. And it's been done before. It's not my own design. There's an add-on on Unity, the asset store, called Smooth Moves, that does the same kind of animation. But I want to basically make a really simple, really simple version of it that I can show you guys how to do it. So yeah, it's not going to be fully featured, but I just want to see if I can get it working. And what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you've enjoyed me playing really badly at Blacklight Retribution. I always once said that if I were ever to get into the YouTube video making business, I would break the mold and put up really bad videos of me playing games really badly, rather than games where I like kick ass and kill everyone and don't die once. So you may have noticed that most of my videos I'm crap and I'm doing crap and I lose the game, which I believe I do in this game. But hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and please subscribe and like and comment. It really helps me out. And I will see you next week or before next week, because I kind of want to make some more Unity tutorials. Anyways, bye bye.